Hi folks, Dino Bob here, back in Dinosaur Coast Park. This time it's more wetlands, and it's with Parasaurolophus. This animal is contemporary with Nasutoceratops that we put in last time, and let's get on to it. Speaking of Nasutoceratops, we're here on the overlook up on the circular area and going into first person so that we can cruise over to the area we're going to look at the Parasaurolophus. Since we had dinosaurs right here when we arrived, we'll spend a little time looking at them before heading out along the overlook. Glumping out of the water. Yes, we're not glumping out of the water. That was the Nasutoceratops. So down the stairs and around the restaurant. Obviously a rest area here, popular with the guests. You can see the line there, and around the backside, mostly looking at undeveloped part of the park right now. Not part of phase 2, and we're doing the run along this current edge of the park, and then we're going to turn into the viewing turnout for the animals here. So Nasutoceratops on our left there, sign looks just like the one over on the other side, and it is almost down on animal level view into the park, and one of the currently popular random guests wandering through an exhibit, disappearing as he encountered that obstruction. So we got seating here, a little bit of shade, and over here the guests have binoculars to look in at the Parasaurolophus. Obviously not needed for the one right here in front of us. We've got a male and 2 females in here as the adults. The sort of the minimum group for these animals, or at least the way it is now. Those things are always subject to change and revision by the devs as they get things closer to what they want or think is appropriate. You can see in the distance these animals have a care building, a rock wall there on the right hand side of the far part of the habitat. A lot of water. These guys really like having water around. 2 feeding pans. The one here I think is the fruit pan, and they've got a vegetable pan on the island. So I think I forgot to include an overhead this time, but I do have some video of interior stuff in the care buildings for you. So we're going to put ourselves into the habitat and run across it so you get a little bit of look of how it's laid out this way as we head for that care building ahead of us. The exhibit gate's right there on our right at the edge of the building. And we have a sleeping area and roughed out separation pens for the animals. And boom, we can't go through the fence. It's going to have to pop out of first person view and then reinstall it on the other side of the fence. And that's the Nasutoceratops part, which has a plant that needs to be eliminated. And we've got a corner of dirt there. We're going to have to do something about that. And some props. And we got tables and sink in the wall. Again, another problem. On the other side, you can see a door, and that's to the other side of this extended building. This building also includes the Scelidosaurus. Oh, there's the overview. I forgot I had done that. And there it is. So it's connected to the Scelidosaurus one. And it will be expanding further with the next video as well. All part of phase 2. Continuing with the green roofs on the guest side of the buildings. All part of making them blend a little bit more into the environment and not be so obvious. That's sort of the aesthetic I've been going for on this this park. Normally I put these guys and the Nasutoceratops in a single exhibit for that juicy habitat bonus. But I didn't do that this time, mostly because I wanted to watch and see how the herding dynamics and babies would work. That wall will be pertinent in the future. Right, buddy? Yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Thank you. That's our boy proclaiming this is his place. And it's, as you no doubt have noticed, it's animal video time. The animals cooperated during the filming for a couple of longer sequences than we usually get. Doing a little bit of interaction, almost coincidental, I think, in this case. But the girl there finally figured out she was going to follow along with the male and moved into the water herself. I really like these guys. And I'm pretty sure this is probably my favorite skin for this animal. The relatively recent glow up, all the Parasaurolophus got slight tweaks to make them more distinctive. And later in the build on this park, we will be visiting the big one. And it probably has the easiest to spot distinction now, from the other two anyway. So a lot of wandering around, not being terribly purposeful, but shifting their gaits. Still got jigger when they come to the feeding pan. Something the devs are hoping to solve. They may have solved it by the time you see this video. I am making my videos a little bit ahead because I will be taking a hiatus during the month of May. I've got some plans to go check out some real dinosaur type stuff. And I love this shot with the looking through the legs of the passing adult at the baby. Like a lot of the babies, these guys are not really fast movers, particularly when they're swimming. Please ignore the saving button up there. And they have to swim in some pretty shallow water like this. You can see the water line ghosting across there. And we get a little bit of from the underwater viewing there to see how they're practically touching the ground, but they're still trying to swim through it. And, I can live with that, even though it's perhaps not as accurate a movement as might have been the case. So these guys have their little bumps on their heads. I don't have a ontogeny montage here to show you that, but the growth is seamless. The colors change nicely from the baby coloration into their adult coloration. Devs have done a marvelous job with that sort of thing. Really liking it. So you're getting a lot of extra babies this time around, and the adults too, wandering in and out of camera, because they were kind of cooperating for me. Next time we'll be doing another ornithopod, but over on the other side of this new circle. In the past you've seen glimpses of some of the viewing area in the background, and we'll get a close-up look at that next time. If you enjoyed the video, you know where the like button is. You know where the comments section is. Make one if you'd be so kind. And if you haven't subscribed and like this stuff, please do. I'd appreciate it. And with our adults leaving camera, it's time for me to leave too. So you all be kind to each other. Take care out there, and I hope to see you in another video next week. Bye now.